Welcome, podcast listeners. The episode number is 468 of the Fret Talk podcast. Yeah, nailed it. You're here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. That's me. I'm not going mad. What are you on about? You're going mad. No. This might be the second one we're recording this evening, and it's well hot. So, yeah, do excuse the waffle. I will try my best to stay on track. You are also, of course, joined this week by Mr. Alex Riggs. Mr. Riggs, hi.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello again.
Again? It's been a while.
Yeah, mate. Let's make it look like we haven't been kind of sat in each other's company for the past how many hours? 4 or 5 hours? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I went downstairs and had a cold coffee and a tiramisu. So
nice. Yeah, I went downstairs and had a salad. So.
Yeah, we live very different lives. Oh dear. So yeah, it is episode number 468 of the Fret Talk podcast. This is the last of the pre-recorded ones. So business will resume as normally from next week. This, just as a disclaimer, this news might be slightly old, and oh my god, that thing that they announced last week. Why are they not talking about it? Because this was recorded like. It's still not, August hasn't happened yet, so
that's a weird concept, isn't it? Like, it's as close as you can get to time travel, but not in the way that you can predict stuff, because we're talking about stuff that's kind of old news already. At the time of this coming out, if that makes sense. It's the worst idea ever. What are we doing?
I mean, we could play it safe and go, oh my god, haven't Fender been stupid this week?
Yeah, oh god, that thing that Gibson released, it's so expensive. How they... Done.
Yeah. And those NAM updates. Oof.
Oh, they sounds good.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Yeah. I am very excited for that NAM update on that product.
Oh, we're done. Good. No, that's it. That's the podcast done.
Yeah. We could
preemptive.
We could do a paint by numbers podcast, couldn't we? Like generic, like just fill in the blanks.
Yeah. You could do like a weird soundboard of us talking quite generically about gear, and then just like kind of, get one of those USB pads with like sample pads on it, and then you can just make up whatever the news is that week.
Well, if we get our asses into gear, we can make this the number one Christmas gift for all of those budding podcasters out there. The Fret Talk podcast soundboard comes in three varieties. There's an Alex, there's a Budge, and there's a Lee. And you get all the stock phrases.
The nichest thing ever. What would Lee's phrases been?
I mean, there's definitely going to be some Muse
something
in
about
there,
Muse being like the best band ever, and no one's like ever done anything close to what they've achieved musically.
Yeah,
ever.
There's going to be something about synths, despite this being the Fret Talk podcast. There will be definitely something based around a pedal that makes your guitar not sound like a guitar anymore.
Yeah. He seems to like pedals that transform your guitar tone into something that's not actually recognisable as a guitar tone. Yeah.
I think he might be in denial, to be honest. I think he doesn't want to be a guitarist anymore.
He built a whole career around it. No. He actually wanted to be like a keyboard cat.
So there you go. Right into us what you think our stock phrases should be for our upcoming Christmas release. Stranger things have happened. We're going to start this podcast by mentioning our sponsor, which is, of course, Affordable Pedals. They're a UK company offering boutique pedals designed and built in the UK at amazing prices, bringing you top-notch pedals, including the Supersonic Drive, the 800, the Filthy Rat, to name but a few, and that new one that was released recently. Oh, amazing!
Yeah, that new release. Woo! It's a good one.
It's definitely it's one of those pedals that all people should pedals.
Yeah, and you should just go check it out, because it may or may not be online. Possibly, maybe not. Maybe 12.2.5.
Absolutely. Well, check them out at affordable.co.uk. You might find it. There might be that new release that we're hinting at.
I'm just saying random words at this point, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to predict the future. We're not doing it particularly well, but we're giving it a good go.
I know one thing for sure. The release is going to sound great. And I think that's an accurate, forward-thinking prediction, because their pedals do sound great. I should know.
It's got to be affordable.
I bought one myself.
It's got to sound good. Yeah, you can't argue with that, really, can you? Right, shit news. This is old news, but it is very shit, because it's the kind of shit news that isn't Gibson dropping the ball again, isn't it? This one, it's actual shit news.
Yeah, it's proper shit news.
Yeah, so Wayne Charvel, of that Charvel dynasty, the guy who basically invented the Super Strat, he's dead. He died about 4 weeks ago now. And it's sad, because the Super Strats, they kind of changed the landscape of the guitar world.
Absolutely.
In an entire decade. Yeah. And even after that, you look at all of the guitars that were around when we were kind of up and coming, in our teenage years, those kind of the new metal age, and they were all just Super Strats, just with a matte finish.
Yeah. No, I think it was a whole, if you look at just modern guitars, I think in general, that aren't based on this, you know what, it is based on it is a Super Strat. It's based on a traditional, what am I trying to say? Any innovative, modern sort of guitar probably stems from a Super Strat in some way. And for example, most of Ibanez guitars, they're very broadly speaking, they are Super Strats. A lot of them.
They share the DNA of that kind of that lineage. It's very much, it kind of split off at that point, didn't it? Kind of those the late 70s, early 80s. It split off into the ones that kept the tradition and the
you know what comes to mind and what I'm picturing right now is in Back to the Future, when he's trying to explain how the timeline split as spoiler alert, matey went back with the sports almanac, and the time went in two directions. So there's traditional guitars that just kind of carried on, and because of Wayne here, a different timeline of guitars, and changed the way guitars were, I think, forever.
And it was very much a kind of a point in history where guitars could have fallen out of favour, and that could have been it.
It could have guitars could have been very, very boring, and just he says with his collection of Les Pauls. I can't really talk,
but it could have been because guitars at that point, the guitar bands like Led Zeppelin and bands like that, they were then being called dinosaurs. By the time the 80s were coming about, they were seen as really uncool, and it took that kind of. I mean, it obviously took bands like Van Halen, but it also took the Super Strat to make the guitar something that was sought after again. That younger generation were looking at and thinking, I want to do that.
I mean, where would hair metal, for example, have ever happened without Super Strats? They were a key part of that sort of completely over the top soloing and guitar playing in general, and it fitted with that style of music. the image even, wacky coloured guitars and the neons and all that. Yeah, lots of innovation, which stemmed from Wayne's original ideas and the Super Strat.
And the functionality as well, like the earlier guitars like the Strats and the Les Pauls, they had very traditional like fingerboard radiuses. They had very traditional sounding pickups, and they weren't competing with that new sound. So the kind of fretboard acrobatics that were needed of the time,
and like I don't know what his involvement was with double lock and tremolos, but that was all part of it as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was on the original Frankenstrat? Was it a Floyd Rose? I mean,
I think originally it had a
like a more traditional,
like a standard, vintage synchronized tremolo. Because
I then realised it didn't really stay in tune for more than one dive bomb sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I vaguely remember like hearing how Eddie Van Halen would try and keep those things in tune, and would like file out the nut slots so that there was absolutely no friction in them, and like,
right, okay,
yeah, like he'd set them very particularly to get those theatrics out of the system, and then of course like the Floyd Rose came about. And it just revolutionised, much like the Super Strat did for the shape of the guitars that were being played. The Floyd Rose also joined in with that, and everything had a Floyd Rose because everyone wanted to. Woo, woo, woo.
Well,
they wanted
part of that era of music, yeah. Like you say, fingerboard acrobatics and all sorts of things, and all the more virtuoso guitar players. Yeah, they wouldn't have done half the things that they were doing without the old Floyd Rose, would they? I'm thinking of the Satrianis and the Vais, and very much.
And again, like those guys, like the Vai Evo, like the guitar that he played, and like Satch's JS guitars. Wouldn't be the guitars that they are without the Super Strat being a thing.
That's what they are. They are evolved Super Strats for sure. Yeah. One of which I got on my wall. Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah.
So I mean, Charvel. Like names that this client list included like Eddie Van Halen, Warren DeMartini, Jake E. Lee, Richie Sambora, and Paul Gilbert. All of these people. Like Paul Gilbert, massively. I looked up to Paul Gilbert when I first started playing guitar. Just like, oh my God, that level of guitar is possible. Like,
you know what, with Paul Gilbert, he's that good that I didn't even listen to him. It was like, I don't understand what he's doing. Yeah, I just can't even, I was looking at Slash, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Paul Gilbert was kind of too out when I was learning, obviously. So I didn't even pay that much attention because it was just that crazy good. Richie Sambora, like massive Super Strat like associations as well.
Not just kind of not just Kramer. Like he had Fender signatures. He had who were the ones? Kramer as well. Like Sambora's played the lot, but like he was a client of Wayne Charvel. So I think as a community, we owe a hell of a lot to.
An awful lot. The more we talk about it, the more I don't. I'm not going to sit here and say I know a massive amount about. Wayne, but his legacy and his influence, is absolutely massive. Yeah,
Wayne Charvel, like massive impact on the community, and it's really sad that he is gone. So hats off to you, Wayne. like your service was appreciated.
Yeah, and looking around my music room and looking behind you at what you've got in there. There's some of his influence, like I think, in everyone's music rooms.
Yeah, it was never the same afterwards, and for good reason as well, because like we said, guitar had got a bit stagnant by that point and was losing favour, and it came along with that new wave of
guitar music,
wave of guitarists, and guitar music is synonymous, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't have the 80s without the super strats and without the big hair and without the bright neon colours and the Floyd Roses.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of that is, or at least some of that legacy is thanks to Wayne Chauvel. Right. What are we going to talk about? I think I'm going to talk about. I've had a bit of a little bit of a renaissance of some of the plastic Behringer pedals, because I did a video maybe like 3 months ago now. It might even be that long ago, where I did like the controversies that surround Behringer, but then also like a spotlight on a few of the pedals that are pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember you doing some content, some Behringer stuff.
Yeah, and because of that, I it's been in the back of my mind. Maybe I should revisit some of these plastic pedals and see if they still hold up, and see if we can get some better demos sorted of them, because like some of these are like 4 or 5 year old. The demos have been. My editing's come along a lot since then. The whole process has been refined a lot more, and it'd be nice to get those demos in line with the new kind of quality, as well as giving me the opportunity to give them another whirl.
Yeah. It's always worth a revisit, isn't it? Yeah.
And so I've done 2. I've done the Super Fuzz, which is the orange one, which is notorious by this point.
Yeah, super popular. Yeah.
Yeah, very Doom popular, isn't it? Like the Doomy boys like it, and I can understand it.
Tune your guitar to something ludicrous.
Did I, bollocks? I mean, I did the old trick where you kind of you play your power chords on the A string, but then include the string below as well, yeah. So it almost sounds drop tuned.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good. I'm trying to think of the word for that. It's gone. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's very good noise.
Yeah, you just add in like a lower fifth, aren't you, underneath the power chord?
It
adds a heft to it. Yeah. I know, like the distance between the note that you're playing and the note below is a fourth, but you're doubling the fifth.
Yeah. I do it all the time. Just can think of there's a word for doing that. Oh, sod it.
Is there? I mean, that it would be news to me, because I just know it as kind of like fat power chords.
Yeah.
Doubling up on
No, I'm pretty sure there's a term specific to doing exactly what you just described. And I do it all the time. But I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Because
answers on a postcard, let us know. Because
been a very long day. I've been sat in this chair for about 12 hours now. A bit longer than that, actually. 12 and a half hours. But,
yeah, it's a good sound.
Yeah,
but yeah, I did some of that with the Behringer Super Fuzz. We went through all of the settings. So 1, 2, and boost, and 1.5, which is the secret setting.
The secret setting.
We do a bit of that.
I don't know about the secret.
There's a way of wedging the switch between 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. What? And it makes
kind of blend.
Makes a noise.
Yeah, it blends the 2 circuits together.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Which is very cool.
Oh, so okay. So the switch is that cheap that if you kind of wedge it between the 2, it kind of connects both circuits. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, old Strat like old Strats used to be 3-way selectors, and they used to wedge those to get position 2 and 4, didn't they?
It makes sense, yeah.
So,
sorry, that's just quite funny to me. Like electrically, that's what's actually going on. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it kind of connects the two, and you get this kind of parallel blend of the two
Brilliant
circuits,
and not intentional.
Yeah, because
that's.
Yeah, look, you can mod them actually, so that you can intentionally do it, but it's well known amongst like the Super Fuzz users. They go, setting 1.5 is the one.
Wow.
So I didn't include it in my first demo, so I thought I'd include it in this one.
Learning new stuff,
and it's quite good. Like setting 1 is a really big full sounding. It's got kind of octavey overtones, but it's mainly like big thick sounding fuzz. Setting 2 is very octavey, and therefore thinner. And you blend the two, you get like thick with octave as well. Oh, it's phenomenal.
Sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only played with the wah pedals from Behringer, so okay. I think I'm right in saying I've never used any of this particular series, even though I know of them. Obviously, they're super popular, but never actually played one myself, I don't think.
Yeah, well, JHS kind of remade them popular. They definitely fell out of favour because like people had the nostalgia, I think is the wrong word, but like the memory of them.
Memories.
Yeah, but in a kind of negative way that they were plastic and shit.
Yeah.
So they had this kind of like negative negative nostalgia almost kind of mixed in with it, and because of that, before JHS put out their video, you could pick them up for 15 quid all day, every day. Like, people were trying to get rid of them and would sell them that cheap.
Yeah. But now you have to get a mortgage and pay £28 for them. So,
well, like some of them, like especially the ones that have been discontinued, some of them are going for quite a pretty penny. But yeah, like they're not cheap anymore. Like so, the Behringer Super Fuzz was one of them. I also did the Ultra Vibrato, which is, as far as I hear, a very, very good replica of the Boss VB2. And yeah, Vibrato. It's an interesting fellow, isn't it? Vibrato. Look, its whole shtick is to make you sound out of tune because it wobbles your note. But I had a lot of fun with that one as well.
Yeah, again, it's not. Sorry,
it's 10 o'clock. It's not late yet.
No, I'm an hour early with that one. Sorry, I just completely clipped my input on doing that as well. I've not used that effect as a separate pedal. I've used it on multi-effects, but I don't think I've played with one as a separate.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because you'd think you just get like a pitch fluctuation of wow, like kind of slightly up and slightly down wobble, but there's something else, something magical that happens with an analog vibrato pedal, where you get a kind of like shimmery overtone thing going on. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, I'd love to have a.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be included on some of the Fender amps as well, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, if you got that kind of bluesy, vintagey sort of thing going on, it kind of helps with that sort of vibe, I guess. But yeah, the thing that I've played many Fender amps either. I've played a few, but
the thing that I find even more compelling than the video that I shot was the thumbnail that I made for it, which is a picture of Josh Scott kissing the pedal.
Oh, is that
a picture of someone?
What that was from? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I like a picture of someone who looks a bit like Josh Scott kissing a pedal that looks a bit like an ultra vibrato.
Brilliant.
I thought it was very funny. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, Josh Scott takes it in good stride as well.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll get an angry text message. Maybe.
Yeah, I might do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please delete this, and then I will, of course.
Yeah. I'm still amazed at the fact that Behringer are able to put out, that sort of pedal for 20 quid. It's bonkers. Because like people say, they're built bad, but it's a plastic version of a very good design, and it's pretty good plastic. Like it's not going to break that easily. And for £20, you can buy 5. You can have a whole spare board. I really don't see a problem with that. That sort of thing, and it does that vibrato sound as well as I've ever heard it in. Yeah, like you say, Fender amps which had it built in, and patches that I've used on multi-effects, which I tried to emulate that sort of thing. So,
yeah. I mean, to the testament of the Behringer pedals, on my shelf down there somewhere, I've got one of the Tube Overdrive, I think it's called. It's a tube screamer, and a Heavy Metal, which is their Metal Zone.
I've heard a lot about that one. I would have, of course.
Yeah, they do what they're supposed to, but I had both of those on a board when I was 16, 17, something along those lines. I gigged twice a week for about 2 years with those on the board, like stamping on and off them. They survived that. They are still going to this day. This is... I'm not 17 anymore. I'm considerably more than 17, so...
Yeah, without giving away your age, they've done very well.
See, those 40 years, they've lasted. So, like, the plastic hasn't degraded over time. The plastic withstood, like, granted, a much lighter budget pedal chap. Stamping on them. I'm not going to test it these days, but I imagine that they probably still will be okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. I've got, I've next to me, I've got a very plasticky pedal that I used when I was 15, 16, and I used it a hell of a lot, and it works absolutely fine now. It sounds the same as it did back then. It's not changed.
Yeah, the
not
sound
saying it sounds
less good than the plastic.
Because cheap pedals have obviously moved on a lot. We talk about it a lot, but the pedal itself still functions absolutely fine. Yeah. Good old GFX 707.
So I think that the people, like, yes, it's okay to be cautious about a plastic pedal, but
I mean, plastic was invented as being like this really easy to mold, reusable, very, very durable product, which is kind of its problem as well. If you don't recycle it, is that it doesn't kind of biodegrade.
It doesn't go away.
Plastic's pretty hard wearing. It was designed to be that, and kind of a replacement for metal where possible. So it turns out plastic is pretty damn durable as well. Not all plastics are made the same, but the stuff that you use in pedals is pretty good. Mostly the one I made in GCSE, electronics from like thermo molded. I can't remember what you shaped like a mold out of like MDF, and then you put a sheet of plastic on it and heated it, and then like sucked it onto the mold. I can't remember what you call it.
Like vacuum forming.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So that's how I made my first pedal in GCSE electronics, whatever it was called, control systems. I can't remember what it was called. But so I made pedal with molded plastic, very thin molded plastic. That
didn't fare
very well, turns out. So don't go down that route. But the plastic that Behringer have used in their pedals, and lots of other brands have used. Yeah, plastic's it's very durable. I don't know why people hate it so much. But
very, very thick injection molded, isn't it? The Behringer stuff.
Yes, it's, you know what? It will probably last longer than some of the people that are moaning about it. Like, sorry guys, but those pedals will be around when maybe you're not. So
yeah, the switches and the circuits inside are probably going to go bad before the plastic.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Some of those components will oxidize and break before the plastic does.
Yeah. So, like, there we go. Yeah, but like my foray into the plastic Behringer range has been pretty good. I've been happy with it. It's been fine. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got 2 Behringer plastic wire pedals, and they're not broken, so I can't throw them away or anything. They're perfectly fine. They still work. They don't sound amazing, but they still work, and mechanically they're fine. So I can't even
one for each foot.
I can't even chuck them because they're fine. Yeah. They're not. If they were broken, I'd be able to get rid of them, because Lord knows a certain shop in Epsom didn't want them because they were a sub brand.
Oh,
that old chestnut. No, they didn't call it a sub brand, but yeah, they weren't interested in certain brands, and Behringer was one of them.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah. No. And wasn't it Aqua that said plastic is fantastic? So
they did indeed. They did. They were, of course, referring to the budget Behringer line as well, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a Behringer girl. I think
in the Behringer world. Yeah.
That's it.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
We're rewriting history here. Right, let's talk some news. We're talking about Orange. Because their stuff is orange generally, isn't it?
Not as much as you hope.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of their cabinets are.
Yeah, it's usually white, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of white actually. Yeah. What are you doing, Orange?
It's got an orange stripe on it.
Kidding.
So they've released the Baby Terra, 20 watt mini amp with tubby switch. Oh, yeah. They were not concerned about political correctness, were they?
You know what I just did? I wanted to, because I made the mistake of, when I saw this news, I thought, hang on, that's already a product, but it isn't. It's an update to a model that already existed, right? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
So I wanted to just remind myself of the full range. I've just Googled Orange Baby because I thought that would be enough but of course it isn't. So the Google results I've got back are frightening.
Very tanned babies.
I'm looking at an orange, like, as in the fruit, that's been cut and shaped by AI into the shape of a baby.
Oh no,
and that's disturbing. Anyway,
yeah, I think.
Anyway, let's quickly.
That's kind of AI we don't need.
Yeah, no, we don't need that stuff. But luckily enough, the third result down is from Anderton's Music, and I'm now looking at the full range. No, I'm not. They've barely got anything in stock. Anyway, the Baby Terra.
Yeah, Baby Terra. So this one, we've got a full EQ, so 3-band EQ plus a presence. We've got 2 volumes and a gain. So we've got volume and gain, but then you've also got foot switch volume, which you've got a foot switchable, like, different volume, so you can have like one boosted for like solos and stuff.
I've always been a fan of having 2 volumes. I've used it on my JVM for exactly that, for a solo thing, because you don't necessarily, you don't always want a gain boost for solos. Sometimes you just want a bit of literally clean volume, although you're raising the volume of a distorted sound. So no, that's perfect for that. Yeah,
I mean, ideally you'd also want maybe like a mid push so that your solo.
Well, what I tend to do is use the MIDI foot switching to select a different volume, but also engage the effects loop. So you can have what you want in there, including an EQ to boost if that's what you want to do. That's usually what I do. Master volume 2 and effects loop on. But I would have pre-selected what effects are on when I switch that on. So,
yeah, that's really cool. And we've got the tubby switch. We've got the tubby switch.
It's a really weird, I don't know. What's behind the naming of the tubby switch? Like,
I mean, it does exactly what you think it does. It makes the tone fatter, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, right. I see the angle. I see the
bass
angle.
contour that adds thickness. Yeah,
they like it a bit thicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
They do. Yeah. So. The I/O on it's pretty brilliant as well. We've got an effects loop, not a switchable one, but we've got an effects loop. We've got the foot switch for the volume, of course, and we've got a balanced out, like a non-emulated out. So you can add like cab sims to it yourself. It doesn't come with cab sims. It's 8 to 16 ohm speaker out as well. Yeah, I mean it's 20 watts and it's solid state. I think they said it was like cascading JFET drive circuit, so it feels kind of amp-like.
You'd hope so for an amp.
Yeah, but look,
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
because it's solid state. Yeah, it could run the risk of feeling a bit sterile.
No, I've always thought the orange amps, whenever I've heard like live, I heard it in a venue, even the solid state stuff sounded pretty good. Like especially the lunchbox heads and the solid. I'm thinking of like the micro terrors, micro darks, and all that. If my memory serves me correct.
I think these are kind of like the spiritual successor to these, aren't they?
Yeah, and I think that's what I was thinking of when I said, is this just like an updated product? I was thinking of the Micro Dark and the Micro Terra specifically. I've had to do some Googling to remind myself of what I was reminded of. Makes no sense, I know, but if you're following. They've always sounded pretty damn good for smaller form factor solid state amps.
Yeah, they do a thing, don't they? They do a thing.
Yeah. Good stuff. But no, the one thing you mentioned, which I'm thoroughly glad about, is that they've actually put words next to the knobs.
They have, yes.
And I think that's a big improvement because not always the case with Orange.
Yeah, the hieroglyphics are gone.
Yeah. I'm looking at the range and I've got a feeling they had the hieroglyphics, or what did you call them earlier? I think that was
the esoteric symbols. Is what I call.
Yeah, like yes, you can work out what they are, like with tongue in cheek, but they started putting labels and the symbols, and they've actually just got taken away the actual symbols now. It's just a label. So now you know what each knob does. And you're not wasting any time with a little symbol to kind of guess at what it does.
Trying to. Yeah, I imagine at some point they might have included like a little card that like shows a symbol and then tells the thing. And then they went, "Why are we bothering with this nonsense? Why don't we just?"
You know what? I say this as the owner of a Stealth JVM Marshall, which has black writing on a kind of silvery black faceplate, so you can't read what the labels say on the amp. You literally can't. Then try and do that on a stage with stage lighting. You can't see what every knob does. So I don't know what.
I mean, you can't do that.
I don't know what I'm complaining about because your normal Marshall is black writing on gold. So you can see what it says, but on my amp, you can't see at all. So, I'm a bit of a hypocrite, really, talking about that and saying that Orange haven't done it right because, I can't read what each knob does on my amp. I just hope they're set in the right place.
Yeah, I think if you can read your controls under stage lighting, you're probably onto a winner, because most amps you can't, with like flashing lights and low visibility.
Maybe that's why they put the symbols in the first place. They were easy to make out than text. I say all this.
I don't know.
I don't wear my prescription glasses on stage, so I'm screwed anyway. So
yeah, even if it were in large print and braille,
I would stand a chance.
You'd struggle.
Everything is slightly blurry. Yeah, I mean, perfectly giggable-ish. Well, actually, you know what? With a
20 watt solid state probably ain't giggable.
With a mic'd cab, I mean,
maybe
you won't have much. You won't have much behind you.
You're not doing cleans at all, eh?
No, you're not doing cleans. No, but I mean, it won't sound great.
I don't think many people are buying Orange for cleans, though, are they?
No, probably not. So.
Alex, tell us why the BBC are shitters.
Wow. So it's more your domain, and you can say more about this than I can. But yeah, I was watching a popular influencer, let's just say, who does gear reviews, was saying that basically the UK government is going to pass a law which would prioritise BBC and other more traditional broadcasters ahead of others in YouTube results. Because they fear they're not being relevant, and they feel like they need to be the first person to give you all the news, and I can't remember the phrase, but like relevant content or something. It was something along those lines. But yeah, basically they want to be able to kind of shape your opinion before anyone else does, maybe.
Yeah, get the first hit in.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So and you might think on the surface of it, it's like, that's not that important. But actually, if you think about it, it's pretty shit in general.
It's not quite propaganda, is it? But
that's kind of what
it's leaning towards that.
It's not far off. Like, being able to pass a law to prioritize what you want to say as a big corporation, as opposed to what YouTube was all about, and still is about, but being, independent people creating their own content with their own views, telling you how it is for real, sort of thing. More often than not, let's ignore AI rubbish and AI content for now. Real people making real content with real opinions, from sometimes, like yourself, and this is why it's relevant. You are giving your honest review and opinion on products after having tried them yourself. You're not trying to mislead or anything. You're just being honest. And the BBC, if they cared about pedals, would like to leapfrog ahead of you in the results to tell you that, Behringer pedals plastic is going to deteriorate and cause you to get cancer, because that's what they'd like to say to you. Yeah. Or whatever rubbish they're going to try and force feed. It's a weird one, really weird one. Shit example of myself, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the analogy that I used for it with, I think I was talking to Lee about it in a chat the other day. If you were looking to buy a car and you typed up I don't know, like a certain BMW from 10 years ago, you go, look, I want to hear some honest reviews on this before I consider my purchase. And rather than those independent reviews from people who have bought the thing and have put the reviews up on YouTube, you get, here's a Top Gear episode from 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it, yeah.
And you're like, well, that's not necessarily what I want. Like, that's, you're giving me an entertainment thing rather than an informative thing. Because Top Gear is only entertainment. There's no real information there. A lot of it was, look how cool I look in this certain car.
It became an entertainment show. yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And like as a viewer, you'd be pretty pissed off at that if you were searching for like independent reviews for this certain BMW car, and the top 10 hits were all from Top Gears from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or like, here's Top Gear, here's like whatever the other one was. Like it was like
Fifth Gear.
Gear, yeah. Yeah, that was on Channel 5 though, wasn't it? But like...
Well, I think all the... what you might call
the news,
traditional broadcasters are going to be included in this.
Chipping in on
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it's got anything linked with the license fee, but no, license fee is just BBC, isn't it? So I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, the ITV certainly are on board with this. Channel 4 and Channel 5, I'm pretty sure, are as well. And they want to, just. And I don't understand how lawmakers are getting involved in allowing this to happen on, something like YouTube, which is like, how can they just decide what appears first when YouTube's always been, if it's good content and people like it, then the algorithm should work in a way that it gets in front of other people with similar interests, and that's the whole point of how YouTube was meant to.
Democratic, hasn't it?
Yes, that's the right term for it. Absolutely. Yes, it was absolutely rubbish. And
they're looking to make it more dictatorial.
Yeah, and it sets
rather than
weirdly it sets a precedent for for just about anything. Like like imagine like a state-controlled YouTube or something, like if you're talking the extreme, like it's that sort of it's letting planting a few little seeds of that sort of thing. And I'm not normally one to Tim 4 hat and all that, but it does seem very strange to me. So yeah, brought to my attention by a YouTuber I follow. But yeah, it got me thinking throughout the day, and I was like, that's really rubbish. And obviously, I don't know how it's going to work out, but.
No, but I mean, look, they've not meaning to get like super political or anything about this, but the UK government took an easy win by putting a restriction on like online pornography. So I'm told. They restricted a lot of websites. So that within the UK, there's like certain websites are just restricted and you can't access them in the UK, and then others you need to prove your like you need to like submit.
You need to verify like that you're
photo
over.
ID.
Yeah.
Like you need to submit photo ID, which is a deterrent, because I like the mindset of someone who's online watching pornography. You're not going to go, let me just put some details in here.
Obviously, yeah.
The anonymity of it is part of the deal, I imagine.
Yeah, I can't see many people like getting the driving license out and scanning it on their phone when.
It's really hard to do with one hand.
Well, I mean,
so I've been told.
The purpose of visiting those websites, they're not going to really be in a hurry to try and go through age verification process. Like, it's
absolutely
very weird move. So, and a lot of people have conspiracy theories as to like it can lead to the whole digital ID thing, which like did a massive flop, and it came flop's the wrong term. It's all very weird. Like,
but that seems like an easy win, doesn't it? Like the first one. Who's going to get up and demonstrate against the government taking away your pornography? Like,
no one's going to be like,
one to do.
What are you doing? Because I want to do some research on.
Yeah. So it's a difficult one to protest against without kind of outing yourself as a.
I never really thought about it that way.
Watcher of such material. So it's an easy win, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, because that win has happened, does it make the next win for we're just gonna change YouTube a little bit so our stuff's prioritised. You'll still get
it's that phrase you just used. We're just going to do such and such. We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna, and there's a lot of that, isn't there? We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do that. And yeah, is it very, 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 very weird and strange thing to do?
Yeah, we could be overreacting to it. It could be completely innocuous, but there's that ambiguity, that potential in that ambiguity, in the unknown.
Yeah, absolutely.
For it to be slightly nefarious.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not normally one for conspiracies and worrying about any of this stuff. But this particular news has got me thinking. It's like someone. It's like someone who's got a lot of power and control, losing power and control and doing things to regain that power and control. Now read into that as much as you will, whether or not I'm talking about a certain person on the planet. But yeah, it's that sort of thing. It's like, oh no, I'm losing control. I'm going to do lots of things to regain control that aren't ethical in any way whatsoever. But yeah, that's what made me. It's made me all rather uneasy, as you can probably tell.
20 or 30 years ago, your options for like visual entertainment were the television. Like that was whatever was on those 3 channels, 4 channels, 5 channels actually 30 years ago. Whatever was on those channels was your option. You could watch those, you could watch any of those 5 channels, but they were all of those 5 channels were the 5 choices you got. Then YouTube came along, and you've got an alternative. Like the popularity of YouTube comes along, and people are now migrating from watching traditional media on the television to watching YouTube on their television.
Yeah,
like they'll sit down and watch a YouTube show.
Yeah, I do. I watch YouTube on my telly. Yeah. Yeah, not just when I'm sat on my PC or on my phone. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and quite a lot more of late. Yeah, absolutely. Because the content on mainstream TV is like absolute rubbish a lot of the time.
Well, it doesn't align directly with your interests.
Yeah, where
like it might align broadly. And in the past, when there was no alternative, broadly was good enough.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah. Whereas on YouTube, I can find content that is exactly what I want to learn or listen to or learn about. Or 100%. Yeah, you're right.
Like in that kind of specificity of the recommendations that you get, that means that the traditional media, which was a broad strokes media, are now falling out of popularity. Now, is that a problem with YouTube, or is that a problem with the traditional media still catering for broad strokes of entertainment and like trying to please everyone and actually pleasing very few? Whereas like YouTube is taking a smaller percentage, like a smaller audience, but pleasing that entire audience.
Yeah.
And like these little micro niches everywhere. Now, that's what I use YouTube for.
Yeah, and I think it does that really well. You're 100%, like your audience, you are catering to their particular interests 100% and very precisely. And whereas stuff on TV is only just going to scratch the surface of, those more particular interests. Pedal reviews, for example.
Yeah. I mean, it's very unlikely that they will do a BBC government-funded budget pedal channel.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to say that. It's like, I don't think there'll be any encroachment on some of the more niche things that we talk about, the materials used in a particular foot pedal. But yeah, it just makes me a bit uneasy and sets some weird precedent on. a weird control thing, or a feeling of losing control is probably more accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, and from the side of being a YouTube creator, I've worked hard. Like I know I kind of downplay it a lot of the time, but I've worked very hard at cultivating a niche, cultivating an audience. I've worked hard at kind of positioning myself so that I can reach that audience and serve that audience very well. Now, is it fair that if the government did, like if the BBC, for example, did decide, we're going to do a budget pedal channel, no, we're going to do a budget pedal guitar channel, their stuff would be served above mine, not because it is considered better by the audience, it's not been voted as a better experience, but because it just by virtue is owned by a traditional media source.
It's not right. It's not. And to answer your question, no, it's not fair. It's not fair in the slightest. Like imagine you review like something that's meant to sound like a 70s wah pedal, for argument's sake, and they start chucking you like some old recordings of the old the grey whistle test, like
the old grey whistle,
like, and just throwing you an episode of that because someone uses a wah for like a split second in that instead, and that's your top result. It's like that's not what if they want to know about a review of a certain pedal, and they'll just give you this weird kind of content that is
if you like wah pedals, you'll like this this performance from Thin Lizzy in 1976.
Or
I might do, but it's not what's after.
I want to hear about a wah pedal. Here's Jimi Hendrix 1970 Isle of Wight. It's like, what? No. It could lead to some weird stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
so like the user experience of YouTube then diminishes because they're being served tangential, like the broad strokes, rather than the specifics. They're being served these broad stroke bits of media potentially, rather than I'm after a specific review on the new Behringer Real McCoy wah wah, and I've been given Jimi Hendrix live at the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, I'm not overly sure it will encroach on many things like that, but it's a really weird. Like someone at YouTube's going to have to change the way the results of searches are produced and how they come up on your screen and all that sort of thing. If that's really what's happening,
but in the UK only as well, like geographically, I'm sure they do that anyway. But
weird. But like, well, I mean, let's face it. I guess millions of UK customers now have a very good VPN, so they can just scoot off to Germany and watch their pedal reviews from there. So,
yeah, potentially, but it's a solution to a problem that shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have to do that. No. But you know what? VPN companies have done incredibly well of late for reasons unbeknownst to me. So, yeah. Yeah, I imagine probably since the start of the year, VPNs have VPN usage in the UK has multiplied. Well, it's a good way of like checking the weather in different countries, like getting more tailored results to where you want to put yourself geographically.
Yeah, and there's always been the virtue of being able to have Netflix from different countries as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you go on holiday and you want to watch, ironically, BBC stuff, then you use a VPN to place yourself back at home to watch your BBC content. So, it all swings in roundabouts.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people been using VPNs to search for BBC content.
I didn't see. Okay.
But hey ho, yeah. I think it's one to watch, isn't it? It could be worrying.
Yeah,
it could be worrying.
Yeah. No, I said it twice now. I'll say it again. I don't normally worry about this stuff, but yeah, this one's left me a little bit uneasy. And same as you, the person who I watched talk about it, has spent a long time building a career on the platform. and is rightfully concerned about it. So,
yeah, look, even if it doesn't affect me personally, I don't think I'm going to be that kind of person who goes, oh, well, it's not affecting me.
Yeah.
I think I will still.
Oh, but it will affect, like some of the huge content creators, like, what's it called? Can't remember. Anyway, he's like one of the top YouTubers, but reviews technology, mobile phones. He started with
Mr. Who's the Beast.
Who's the boss? Sorry. That's the one. Yeah,
not Mr. Beast.
Not Mr. Beast. Yeah, Mr. Who's the boss? That's the one. He potentially, someone could search for a review of something, and suddenly the Gadget Show comes up, and it's like, no, that's not what I wanted.
That's really old school, eh?
It's not.
But
it's not.
Are they still going?
Yes and no. It's not called the Gadget Show. It's called like the Consumer Advice Show or something silly like that to make it more relevant. Because gadgets seem like a waste of money or something. Because the connotation of a gadget is that you don't actually need it. It's not required. Yeah. So they changed it to something more kind of PC, I guess. So you're searching for the latest review of technology, and then this, Channel 5 Consumer Advice, generic show comes up reviewing, air fryers ad nauseum. Yeah. So it will impact some of those.
It might be a 5-minute segment within a 30-minute show, whereas you were after the specific 7-minute video from Mr. Who's the Boss.
I could see it affecting someone like him. Absolutely.
Yeah, it could do. And look, it's not even his country, is it? Yet it's still affected his bottom line.
He's English.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was.
Yeah. No, he's English. Yeah.
Oh. But look, even still, like Marcus Brownlee and people like that who aren't British, but still do consumer electronics could.
Thousands and thousands upon thousands of creators could easily, millions of content creators. Like, how many people have upload to YouTube? I don't even know what the numbers are, but
it's in the billions. It's in the billions.
I can imagine it's a lot, and like we said, it might not affect our nice little niche, talking about guitar gear, but what's it a precedent for? Yeah, and some people will be affected. Yeah, some of the more. Yeah, in fact, the bigger a channel you are, the more likely you are to be affected, weirdly, because you've got a broader appeal because of your numbers. So you're obviously appealing to more people, therefore.
A percentage of 1 million viewers is more than the same percentage of 1,000 viewers. Another point that I brought up, because Lee had mentioned that he likes to watch BBC content. He likes to watch BBC content.
The British
from
Broadcasting
Sweden
Corporation content.
That's the one. Yeah. Because it's nostalgic. It feels like home for him.
That makes sense. I mean, I've used VPNs to watch French content because I grew up in France and I want to watch the TV channels that are free to air in France. So I've used a VPN to use that, and I don't care about saying it out loud. That's what I've used my VPN for.
It's a safe space here. It's a safe space.
But to watch the French channel. So yeah, exactly what Lee's doing. He's moved to a different country. He wants to watch the stuff from home. So yeah.
Yeah. Then I followed it with another question. How often do you watch that content on YouTube? And the answer was not. Never. Like BBC iPlayer,
you have to use the apps,
ITVX. Yeah. Well, it's all of those. Yeah, it's purpose made for the.
Yeah, well, I think I dare say some of those things have got things to detect whether or not you're using a VPN. So I don't know.
Like potentially, but like.
Well, you have to get a little bit more crafty about it. Put it that way. Yeah. Their main market isn't on the YouTube app. I never go to the YouTube app to watch British television content.
if I wanted to watch British television content, I'd go to those specific apps, or I would use my television and use those specific apps.
Yeah.
Never, not once do I think I'm going to go onto YouTube and search up like this British television show.
Yeah, 100%. I've never. I'm trying to think. The odd clip that comes up because it's like not been aired before, like maybe like you said, like really old, like Top Gear or Fifth Gear, like 6-minute clips I've watched on YouTube. Didn't actively go and search for them; they just came up. So maybe that is the start of that sort of thing. But yeah, 100%. If you want to watch British TV, you watch it on your TV or through the apps. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I've
YouTube.
Been, like on. Fuck, what was it? Facebook the other day, I got caught up by like a couple of 8 out of 10 cats clips.
Yeah,
because they're quite funny and quite they clip quite well into short form content.
Yeah,
like 2 to 3 minutes, like a punchline's delivered.
Well, I tell you what I do go and search for on YouTube, and that is comedy content that could absolutely be superseded by the more traditional content from like BBC, for example. Having said that, they've just announced they're doing away with one of their biggest live at the Apollo. So that's I think they've axed live at the Apollo. Yeah, they've just decided.
Well, that sucks.
In cost saving operations, and it's like, what are you playing at? Like doing all this stuff we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes, half an hour, and then axing like massive shows as well. So
yeah, they want to get rid of. But they want to really streamline the content that they're giving. So, like the most broad appeal, shallow depth but broad appeal kind of content, and then they want to then force that to be the most popular on. No, that's not how it works. You serve the audience like you actually serve the audience what they want. You deliver the content that the audience want, and you won't have to massage the numbers.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, do good, people will watch. It's like
yeah.
If people aren't watching it, make better content.
Yeah, and this is where we kind of circle back to the guitar world. Is same with Fender. Fender haven't been making the best strats in years.
I see the parallels. Yeah. 100%. They're losing control. They need to do what they can to stamp their authority on. So I'm just picturing like Cartman, South Park, like respect my authority or something. Yeah,
and it's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that would be a lovely place to kind of wrap it for this week. But
a little bit Patreon-y for a main episode, I feel.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But and I think we're gonna like disclaimer this with it's all speculation. We haven't heard any like actual facts about this stuff. We are speculating about what we've heard.
Yeah, and potential.
Like what stuff we can foresee potentially. None of this is actual, and take our opinions as entertainment opinions, not like legal and factual information.
I hope we don't have to disclaimer all episodes, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, we're just chatting opinions based on stuff we've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what we think could potentially happen, and how we're potentially worried.
Yeah, definitely. Right, I've got to extend a thank you to our lovely listeners. That's you lot. If you are part of YouTube, find us at Fret Talk Podcast. Comment, subscribe to the channel as well.
Before Mock the Week gets recommended above and beyond.
Oh man, I'd probably.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I quite like it, but it would be annoying.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, so if you can do any of that stuff, it really helps kind of support the channel. It helps push the YouTube channel as a base of our operations. We don't host through YouTube at the moment. We do it through Spotify, and it kind of bleeds through to our YouTube channel. But if we can make the YouTube thing bigger and better, then we could potentially move away from Spotify. You know,
like that
would be the dream. That would be the dream.
I really like YouTube as a platform, and I guess that's why it's
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm all in on YouTube.
Yeah, you're pretty big about YouTube, yeah. But no, me more so as a consumer of YouTube, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fantastic as a consumer and as a creator on YouTube. So I can only like.
The problem with me being a creator, I would have to be creative. So there's a problem there. Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but this right here, right now is on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
And you are part of this. You are creating it. So you like it or not, you are a content creator on YouTube.
Oh, can I put it on my CV?
You can do, yeah, absolutely.
I'll update my Facebook profile right with content creator. You know what? I might just go do that anyway.
It'd be a laugh. Oh dear. I'm going to extend a thank you to affordable.co.uk. Check them out. Like I say, check them on the socials, Instagram and Facebook as well, because you pretty much hear the news first on those places. So if there are any new releases, there's the place to find it. That's where I'll find the information from. Apart from the little behind the scenes peeks that I get sometimes.
Yeah.
But hearing the official announcements is on Facebook and Instagram, so check those out definitely. And then of course, affordable.co.uk. And then I'm going to extend a special thank you to our Patreon backers, who for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of the exclusive Patreon crew, who we usually do some additional Patreon content. The last couple of weeks we haven't been able to because one of us has gone swanning off up the north of the UK for 2 weeks, and creating that much content in the space of like the 2 weeks beforehand would probably just kill me. So thanks for letting me have a couple of weeks off. But yeah, you also get your name shouted out on each podcast as well. So the premium peoples are as follow. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of Chef Tone Effects. We've got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Mark Oxlong. We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jux podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. We've got Mr. Jason Wharton of Jason Wharton 82 and of at PBOD. We've got Mr. Gareth Brand. We've got Mr. DJ Play Nice. We've got Mr. Crazed Fandango and Mr. Mike Phelan. And if you want to get your name shouted out and just support us on the free tier, we appreciate that as well. It shows us a bit of love, and we get to read out your names as well. And the free tier as follows: we've got Brett, Dave, Harry Wallington, James Bragg, JD Fosho, Jimmy Smith, Johnny Goat, Johnny Cambridge, Julian Nielsen, Kamal Singh, the entirety of Kent. We have got Steve Snyder, Leon Pesticio, Marlers, Matthew Dang, Matthew Quinn, Michael Burns, Michael Levinson, Mika Paponen, Mike, Nico Muisi, Perry Wright, Raphael Formaren, Ross Philpott, Jack Richards, Simon Frigga, Vaughan Murray. What you see is not what you get. You've got William Crown, Frank Brack, Michael Ribovich, Rich Gretzky, Aris Agassain, Pedalboards of Doom, Wriggles the Clown, Is Danny DeVito Disco Bear. So good. Like Danny DeVito Disco Bear is just a fantastic handle.
It's
just loving
genius.
It is.
Genius.
Love it.
Also,
it's so percussive. Whee!
It was 10 o'clock, so, but I don't like that because of what we've been talking about. It sounds like the 10 o'clock news by the BBC, so I might stop doing that.
Yeah, other 10 o'clock newses are available.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to find me online, I am BudgetPedalChap, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and the other one, Blogspot. All of them at or / BudgetPedalChap. You find one, you find them all. And of course, YouTube is the home to the No Talk Tone series, which is my bread and butter, essentially. You get one of those every week, usually. And this week features maybe one of those plastic beverage pedals. Who knows? I've lost track by this point, so your guess is as good as mine. Mr. Riggs, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on ITV on This Morning and the news at 1 o'clock. Oh, no, sorry, they haven't taken over yet. Yeah, I'm still making sure everyone plays nice on Pedalboards of Doom on Facebook and anything and everything to do with my band, Donker Knoffel.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're like an internet sheriff, aren't you?
Just not nearly as cool.
No, absolutely not. You've got the swagger of an internet sheriff.
You know what? We do have the big cowboy boots in case someone misbehaves, and we use the big boot.
Yeah, the big boot. Yeah, that's wicked. Right, so from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Mr. Riggs, it will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. Sorry. Bye. Just bought a universal remote control, and I thought to myself, this changes everything.
Shouldn't have laughed. That's awful.